it may take some time for Dorian to go through the Liberalum, but he is optimistic that something within will prove of use. Liliana. And I got a fucking wave blade. Like, what does that even mean? Suppose it's not too bad that one thing is too long, because, yeah, there's nothing else to do here. I may have to jump into a main mission. Dwarven slaves in Venatori hands. Oh, cool. This is a semi-short one. A report from one of Cullen's forward scouts. Sightings in the north of Red Templars. With armor and weapons adorned with dwarven runes. There are no known entrances to the deep roads in that area, and no missives from Orzammar about missing traders. But they keep next to non-existent records of surface dwarves. The Venatori may be making use of the dwarven slaves, possibly from Tevinter, not their usual preference, but also not the first unusual thing they have done. Recommend further investigation in force. See, the local the local landholders will get our scouts access, but will likely require additional incentive to risk their forces against Venatori. Send a select group to observe. We don't want to alarm the Venatori. We know they are all too willing to sacrifice their captives. Okay. Alright guys, I found a note in the Exalted Plains here. Last words from a Corporal Marchie. Let's call him Marchie. If I do not survive this terrible conflict, I wish my property to be distributed amongst my family thulsely. Oh, I've never seen that word before. To my dearest mother, the last salary drawn from my service to His Grace, the Grand Duke. To my brother, Victor, my arms and armor. Long may you defend our family. To my elder sister, Margot, I assume it's Margot, my love and everything in the Pinewood chest. To my younger sister, Bess, the Pinewood chest and my apologies. Wait. Margot gets everything in it. Younger lad gets the chest. Well, okay. May the Maker take me into his hands. Okay. Alright, guys. Here we are at a thingamabob. We got a little spookly, sparkly arrow thingamabob. Ooh, a bottles of Theters. Alvarado's. Bathtub boot screech. If you can read this, you haven't drunk it. Oh. Well, what if I didn't have any fucking eyes, Guess I wouldn't be reading it now, would I? Alright guys, found a note here. Last words. This letter, found in the pocket of an undershirt of a dead soldier, is nothing more than a heart. Drawn on paper, then rolled up and secured with a gold ring. Yeah, why not just give like a fucking picture of said things it's describing? Like, this is not a text-based adventure game. Por favor. So what do we got here? 5 whole shards that we can explore upon. Just want to check across the universe to see if they're over there first. There is something. I wonder if they've actually... I don't know if it was like a glitch or an oversight. But, you know, in my day of trying to explore things, actually across... I can't look at the map inside this skull thing, so... Yeah, we'll get out of there. But somewhere... See how there's this river that goes along the side here? There's like a bridge, right, that will go across. And then, you know, you have a very small area of where you can go. However, like as soon as you cross the bridge, there's this one place you can go to, and me being like, oh, I wonder what's over here. It's just empty nothingness. You're not meant to go over there, I would assume. But yeah, I could just go on for like ever, and then I ended up stumbling upon an invisible wall. So I don't know what that was about, eh? Alright guys, here we are, we're at these things. Oh no, the Inquisition will ruin everything. What is this fuckboy's name? Gordian. Well, Gordian, you're gonna have a very bad day. Yeah, I don't know who I'm dealing with. That is a good point. Unfortunately, I'm the one with the lightsaber. Cassandra. Yeah, this is... The Dales, eh? Well, I don't fucking believe it. Cassandra, can you, like, stop being a fuckwit? Get off the... There, she was actually stuck. I had to jump to get her out of that one. I don't know what the dealio is. That's actually something I've noticed quite frequently during these recent sessions. People just randomly getting stuck, whether it's on an object or in the middle of fucking nowhere. It just happens. Okay, this guy What are his thingy-mabobs? Cold resistance. Okay. And he has 52,000 health. Well, okay then. I guess I'll zap him. Too bad I can't use this R1 for great effect. God forbid this lightning spell to just fucking lightning, but whatever. You guys can have some barrier. Here you go. I don't know what relevance this guy has to the game, but here he is. There actually might be something to grab just beyond that building there, too. There you go. Sarah's super fast attack. It's great. It's fantastic. You don't know who you're dealing with, buddy. Enchanter Firestaff. That's probably why he couldn't kill us. Oh, hey, look at this. Guess this would be some sort of relevance. No, Revenant. Revenant. Whatever. Boom! Yeah, Cassandra, use the fucking taunt ability on a barrier. Although I guess that's what happens when it's classified as an enemy. What do we got in here? Oh, hey, the shard's upstairs, isn't it? Oh, boy. Yep, this is going to be training exercise. Going upstairs. Fucking awful. Alright, there it is. Like, how did the fucking thing... How did the skull even see that? I don't even know. A Mabari totem! Cool! Well, I guess there's nothing... Oh. Oh, a banner. A Chantry banner! I'll never use that. Legend of the Three Sisters, Book 3. Well, I don't want to read Book 3. Yoink!
Warden Commander Clarel wasn't like you, Cassandra.
Thank you, Cole. I think.
She fell because she fell. That's how Aramond convinced her to hurt people. He made it look like bravery. She called it a choice, but it was a lie. She was afraid. You aren't afraid. You won't fall.
Thank you, Cole. I appreciate that. What of Magister Aramond? Do you sense a secret pain in him?
No. Aramond is an asshole.
Well said.
Yay! Cole's very great conversation there helped me jump the fuck up here, because that was difficult. I just couldn't do it. I don't know what it was. The character wouldn't make it. I don't know what I did differently that time, but it worked. So anyway, coming up right over here, if I could jump and not slide, that's something they need to improve upon in Dragon Age Not 4, is make it so you don't fucking slide when on the edges of things. Come on, man. Come on. Alright guys, we found more things. I actually did walk past the fort just a tiny bit, because there was something in this direction that I will mention in a bit. Last words. A well-worn piece of paper, clearly folded and unfolded numerous times. Wow, thanks for the imagery. I feel like I'm playing a text-based adventure still. Things I will do on my return. Have roast boar and wine at the Black Swan. Visit Arnaud at the Gilded Lily. Play Wicked Grace. Swim in Lake Celestine, like I used to as a child. Sometimes focusing on the list is the only thing giving me hope.
Ew.
Ew? Ew what? Ew what? Wow, thanks for bringing that up. I think that was Sarah. I don't know. But anyway, see those two towers? They're fucking pointless. I actually did get like a belt of sundering or staggering or something in one of them. It was purple. But other than that, those towers are fucking useless. So we came over here because this is something we need to clear. You know, we cannot just click on this, have it fade to black, and then come back. Boom, it's gone. We can walk through. No, we have to click on this.
Inquisition soldiers could clear this passage.
Then you need to go all the way back to Skyhold, run all the way to the war table, and click on a fucking war table operation. And then you get to come all the way back. Isn't that fun? Thank you, BioWare. Alright guys, here we are finally over in this piss place. Speak with Marshal Prowl. Oh hey, that name sounds familiar.
That was a brilliant show, Inquisitor. My men had barely been keeping the Horde at bay. Bastien Prou, Marshal of the Grand Duke's forces here in the Dales.
Why have you barricaded yourselves in here?
We had to retreat from the Western Front. The demons and undead were too much. But it's no better here. My patrols don't return, messages are lost. I've had no word from the capital in weeks. If we could regain our outposts, the ramparts, or even the garrison by the river, we can't just keep hiding. I want to die like a soldier, not cowering under a bed, praying the monsters don't get me.
Now, excuse me, person in blue. What are you doing? Someone already occupies that space, you jerk. Yeah, that's... Oh. Oh, now you want to get sassy, do you? Oh, wow, you're a fucking asshole.
I've heard something of the Freemen of the Dales. What do you know about them?
They're a mob of traitors. Too soft for war. Thought it was a skirmish or two, then back for supper. Turns out it wasn't. And off they run to the first person to tell them their tantrums are acceptable. Now they want independence. To establish a new settlement. Ridiculous.
I've cleared out the dead from the western ramparts.
You did? Maker's breath. There's hope for us, if the ramparts have been reclaimed. I'd alert our forces stationed outside the Dales, but the chaos makes it difficult for missives to get through. Demons. Those blasted freemen, or whatever they call themselves.
I shall take my leave.
Be well.
Okay, have fun dealing with that fuckwit trying to steal your chair. I tell you, man, these are dark times indeed. In fact, they haven't been this dark since, well, it went to nighttime from day. So it looks like we can talk to a person here, but I'll get to you in a second. Fort Revison. Did you know that Revis is the elven word for freedom? Revison is the place where freedom dwells. One wonders why it wasn't given a more appropriate name after the reclamation of the Dales. Perhaps the adage remains? True. Once one gets used to a name, it's hard to change. The walls in this place are ancient. I hope it holds. From the logs of Marshal Bastien Prowl, loyal to the Grand Duke Gaspard. Okay. Yeah, what up?
Have you seen any of our fallen men out there?
Have many of you fallen?
What you see is all that's left. We were 1,000 strong once. The worst part is not knowing what happened to the men who don't come back. Deserters? Or dead? If they're dead, we've nothing to tell their families. Nothing to send home.
Good luck to you.
Oh, cool. I already found most of them. Alright, guys, here's the note. Last words. The Scout's journal is bloodstained and soggy from the rains, but some entries can still be made out. You know, this brings up again, of course, there's that text-based imagery. Like, not actually something part of the note you're finding, but it's like, really, man? I feel like the art department at BioWare could have had a blast actually designing notes that would look like this instead of having fucking words there. I mean, this is kind of nitpicky, but it just annoys me seeing so much of it. So anyway, day 12. Relieved Corporal Colin at the Bone Hill Scout Post. Not entirely happy about this change. This area sees no battle. Day 14. Was correct an earlier prediction. Have only seen deer and rabbits. Were there rabbits in this game? I don't believe it. Killed a hare. For food, best keep stores high, just in case. And the closest thing I've seen to a deer is probably the Hala. Maybe those are what they call deer. I don't know. Day 17. Saw strange shapes wandering the hills at night. The enemy? They walked aimlessly with shambling gait. Best keep a quiver close by. I assume they must have been the zombies. I mean, that looks like an undead guy right there. The other is probably just burnt soldiers. What do you got on you, buddy? Oh! No wonder you fucking died. You suck.
After all the battles, this area is quite chaotic. We should be careful.
After everything we've gone through, Cassandra, I don't really think careful is the word I would use. Alright guys, here we are at the other location. Hey, look, it's the same dead guy. Last words, a letter written in fine hand. My dearest mother, all is well. You need not worry. Do not believe what you may hear from others. Trust me, your son. I would never lie to you. This war is going well, and Celine's troops are on the run. Keep up your hopes and your faith. I will be home before you know it. Please send my love to Dorette and the children. Your faithful son, Hugo.
Maker take you into his hands.
Okay. Yoink. Yoink. Yoink.
That's the last of them.
Yoink. 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 Alright guys, here we are over by what appears to be a shard in a book. And could it be a bottle? It looks like a bottle! Grey whiskey, white wine, conscription ale, a bottle marked vintage, Warden's Korenik, notes of fruit and anger. Fantastic. Old journal, an old journal. Thank you, I didn't get that from the title. Clearly much beloved. I weep at what the armies have done. Ditches scar the landscape. There's fire everywhere. All around is the smell of bitter smoke and spilled blood. I remember coming here as a boy. It was late summer, and the plains were bright and golden. The earth was warm and felt like home. All that's gone. My mother said my father was from these parts. She never told anyone but me that he was an elf. Maybe part of me, the elf-blooded part, feels what the Dalish felt for centuries. This is my home. I would give anything to preserve it. I'll go now with the others, but when the war is over, I will return. It will be beautiful again. Kate, we gotta go back! We gotta go back, Kate! So how the fuck am I gonna get up there? Oh, that's right. Let's do BioWare tries platforming. That's what we'll do. Something I mentioned that Star Wars MMO game that BioWare made. Yoink. I actually haven't even gone back to play that. I think the intrigue has worn off because it's been a while since I played that little bit. You know, I wanted to play more, but I just kind of never went back to it. And it turns out, I guess there are like quite a few platforming parts in that game, but of course BioWare didn't design any part of it to be like a platformer, so it's a little awkward and whatnot. Can I make this jump? Oh gosh, I almost missed it. So yeah, this better be good. Otherwise, this journey was for nothing. This journey was for nothing. Cool, cool. Yoink! Pont Agger. Nope, that is a landmark I do not want to read. So what do we got over here? Unlock operation. Yay! Do we have to swim? You know, it probably would have paid off well for this game if BioWare did make it so you could swim. Yoink! Memorials of the Second Exalted March. Triumph of the Light. Remember the triumph over the profane? Sister Amity led the march to the river Tenasir, where stood shrines to the elven gods. These she struck down, standing upon the banks. She sang the chant of light. Andraste's word had come to the Dales and delivered them from wickedness. There's the chantry I know and love. Oh boy. Alright guys, here we are at that spot. There's a guy we need to kill for Dorian. Yo, what up? Hello, how are you? I said hello, how are you? Come here, buddy. What is your name? Venator. Oh gosh. Yeah, that. Oh no, it burns. Ah! How about I just do that? No more burning. Dorian greatly approves. That's fantastic. Figured the character would have something to say about that, but I guess not.
Lots of dead for some knob's war.
Wow, yeah, there are a whole ton of dead people over in this empty field, Sarah. Thank you for your insight. It's going to be duly noted because it was very helpful.